We've already launched NFL, so you're seeing NFL. The only way you can watch NFL if you're in the Philippines is through TV5 or Sports 5 to our portal, or the TV5 portal. So we launched that December 17. We're going to start Sports Center. We're also going to be college, US NCAA college basketball season is going to start soon. We're going to have that as well. X Games. I think you're going to see X Games here. The ESPN 3430 documentary series that's going to be part of content that we're going to be able to show, and a lot of other studio shows or magazine shows of ESPN. That's all over sports. It's part of the interruption, around the horn, a lot of these other things. So on the content part, that's what you're going to see on ESPN, on TV5. So the mornings is going to be for international sports, and then the evenings are going to be devoted to local sports. So Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday prime time is going to be PBA. On the non-PBA game days, we're going to have PSL. We're going to put PSL on prime time on TV5 as well. If the Ascals have a game, hopefully they come back to us. I think they were happy with our coverage of their last game, the Ascals versus Yemen. I think hopefully they come back to us. We put it there. D-League and others, other local sports that are going to be there. Esports, we're very strong on esports, covering it, and I think we're one of the first, if not the first, free-to-air network in the world to show esports on free-to-air live. So we're going to put that on prime time as well. We're going to create our own esports league as well. That's going to find its way in prime time. So mornings, the habit is going to be the mornings is international sports. Prime time, afternoon and evening is local sports. And then at 9:30, it's Sports Center.
Sure.
Every time.
Is TV5 turning into a sports channel now?
No, TV5 is still TV5. Sports 5 is now ESPN 5. So under TV5, it's ESPN 5, News 5, Digital 5. Because we are a TV network in free to air, there's still going to be some other content, but it's going to be heavily, and the bulk, the priority, the concentration is going to be sports. The positioning is sports.
How about NBA, sir?
NBA, the free-to-air rights belong to ABS-CBN, so we cannot have that. But ESPN has a reporter in every dugout in every NBA team, so we get the benefit of the game around the game. You know, the coverage, the pre-game, halftime, the post-game, the rumors, the chismes, the interviews we get that all because that's we have the rights to that. For example, NBA followers ba kayo dito? When you heard about the trade of Carmelo, where did you hear it first? Ha?
So sa internet palagi eh.
Kaya nga, sino? Di mo maalala kung sino? That's from Woj. The Woj, di ba? That's ESPN. He's an ESPN offer. He's an ESPN reporter. So, yan, yung mga ganyan, we have that access because while we cannot show the actual games, everything else around it is going to be on the website. It's going to be on the ESPN 5 portal. So, every time you type ESPN 5, every time you type ESPN and you're from the Philippines, it directs you to the ESPN5.com. Every time you type Sports 5, it directs you to ESPN5.com. So, the vision is that ESPN5.com is going to be the go-to, the number one sports portal in the country.
Sir, are the shows being aired live?
Yes. That's why it's in the morning dito because that's in the evening in the US. So
Marami nagtatanong kailan daw ang start nito?
Nag-start na yung NFL 2 weeks ago. We did a very quiet launch 2 weeks ago. We showed the NFL. And we're very happy with the response. We are fully aware that those kinds of programs are not going to generate humongous ratings. But every NFL game that we have shown has trended in the top 5 on Twitter. Every game, and we're not boosting it, we're not promoting it too much. So we feel that there's a very core sports audience there, and we're not promoting it too well because it was a very quiet launch. But I think but we're very happy with that turn.
So na-mention niyo kanina yung Sports Center Philippines version. Are you planning to English siya or Tagalog yung
Taglish.
Taglish?
Yeah. But we are the only country in the world right now that has been allowed to produce a local version of Sports Center. There is Sports Center Africa and other places, but they are all produced in the US. Dito, tayo lang ang pinayagan mag-produce sa Pilipinas. So it's going to be produced in the TV5 studios.
Sir, sinong host natin for that?
Secret pa yan. We're going to launch that December 17th.
December 17th.
Yeah. Opening ng next PBA season. So on December 17 at 9:30, that's going to be the first edition of the local sports.
Sir, how about mga MMA, mga covered din ba natin?
Well, we have UFC. We show UFC. We have all of the UFC fights live on. Not live. Slightly day on TV5. It's live on Signal. But we have UFC, so that's going to be part of that.
Sir, na-mention nyo kanina yung mga extreme games din, no? So, ganun ba frequent yung coverage siya kung live ba sa US?
Yeah.
Live
The X Games, ang may-ari actually ng X Games is ESPN.
ESPN, yes.
Yeah. So we have all full access to that, and hopefully we can bring an X Games event here. Here talaga.
So, parang produced with ESPN
Yes.
Prize.
Yeah.
Hinatay namin.
Yeah, well, we will have that. And I think may potential yung X Games.
Yes.
Kasi wala talaga dito na.
Yeah, very active pa naman dito, sir, yung mga
So
sports.
we're very excited with that.
So how about yung mga regional events for sports? Like for example, mga regional, do you have parang coverage din?
Well, we've had all the regional events. Sports 5, TV5 has had the rights to Southeast Asian Games, Olympics. We're the Olympic host broadcaster. So that's part of the package. So ESPN 5 gets that.
So all of it under na siya ng ESPN 5.
Yep.
Question, guys? Ano yung question?
Sure, how about boxing?
Oh, ESPN has a very rich boxing library. We have the great fights. We have the Rocky Marciano versus Cassius Clay, mga ganyang sanity. So, the ESPN library is fantastic. Every fight aficionado, every boxing aficionado is going to drool at the ESPN fight archive. But also even the future fights. They're like now we're trying to get because they have it in the US. ESPN has it. Sino yun? Lomachenko, Ridodova. There's an upcoming big fight. So we're trying to clear the rights, and we will show it as well. But yes, ESPN is a very big boxing cover.
So na-mention mo kanina, no, yung magkakaroon kayo ng ESPN content on demand.
Yeah, we have an
is it
ESPN
online?
player.
Online?
It's going to be it's going to be on mobile and on the website. The ESPN
Kailan
player.
kaya plan to
Early next year.
Early next
First
year.
quarter
so
of
that's
next year.
local content or
Combined.
global
And that's
content?
going to be content that you're not. There's going to be content there that's not going to even be on TV.
It's an individual app.
Yeah, it's they call it's now ESPN player.
Yeah.
It's already
It's
there.
ESPN na app.
Except hindi pa siya ESPN 5, magiging ESPN 5 na rin siya.
So may subscription rate din to na plan.
Yeah, it's going to depend on our partners kasi like yun, we provide that content to Smart, our telco partners, PLDT. So yun, so pretty soon when you go to the player, ESPN player, now it's showing baseball. This is an example. That's the live and Major League Baseball. That's live, di ba? You're not going to be able to see that on free-to-air TV sa TV5 because we don't have the free-to-air rights. But pwede mong panoorin.
Pwede lang
Sir, but can we watch NBA dyan din? Or not allowed din?
Hindi yata allowed. We have to double check that. But all of the other things around NBA can be seen on the player. Walang NBA dito because NBA
Separate siya,
has league pass eh. Di ba, for you to get NBA, you have to have NBA league pass. So I think, I don't know what the plan of Smart is. I think if you're a Smart subscriber at a certain plan, it's going to be bundled free. If not, then you have to pay a subscription. But you have to be a Smart subscriber.
Sir, maliban dun sa NBA na wala kayong right to air the game, ano pa yung mga na hindi pa rin makarry na?
I think the tennis majors are with I think for the Philippines they're with Fox Sports.
Oo nga, may Fox tayo
The
dito.
tennis and golf majors. Pero for us kasi, you can watch that on cable eh. So, you know, we'd like to have it, but it's, you know, okay lang na hindi. Because for us, we want to have those that are exclusive sa amin.
Wala
Hindi mo
sa
talaga
iba.
mapapanood maski sa akin. So, I
Sir,
think
for
that's
ESPN 5 po, continuous pa rin din yung live streaming po kapag may mga games.
Yeah, on ESPN5.com, yes. Of course, PSL, PBA, D-League, they're all going to be.
Go,
Thank
Gemma.
you so much.
Last,
Can you-
last question, Gemma. Okay na. Okay.
Sir, pwede mag-invite ko kayo to, patronize new ESPN.
Yes, to the ating mga kapatid, to all the diehard sports fans, you're now going to get your fix of round-the-clock, wall-to-wall, 24/7 sports coverage. You know, not only the actual games, but the game around the game, the pre-game, the post-game, the chismes, the analysis, with ESPN5 and ESPN5.com coming soon. Our job is to super serve the Filipino sports fan. You know, that's why we are very excited with this partnership with ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, the undisputed sports authority worldwide, and you know, combined with the local sports authority, which is Sports 5, we feel that we are in an excellent position to really whet the appetite of the Filipino sports fans. So we're not only serving your sports needs, we are super serving it with ESPN 5.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Coach.